We got some interesting rumors for you today regarding the Nintendo Switch 2, and one of these rumors has me so excited. I still have not come down from Cloud 9 since finding out about it. Shout out to fellow YouTuber Andres Restart for helping me discover this. I'm so ecstatic. But here's the thing. We have other rumors as well, and I want to make sure we get to maybe, I don't know, they might be just as exciting of rumors to you guys. They are about games coming to Nintendo Switch 2 and a potential release timing. But we'll get into that in a moment after I remind you that, hey, we are giving away a Nintendo Switch 2. Literally, we're giving one away. All you gotta do is go down to the pinned comment or the link in the description and enter. I wish everyone luck. We'll be drawing the winners closer to when Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out. That being said, what I do find really interesting about what we're about to talk about is the most exciting rumor is going to be a little bit later. We'll put a couple timestamps, but what I'm focusing in on right now is a new rumor by a YouTuber / leaker, insider, whatever you want to call him, Xtus. Now, I don't really know what language it is, if it's Portuguese, Spanish, Brazilian. I honestly, I have no clue what language the guy speaks. I barely know English. Let's just be honest around here. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to link down to his video. I relied on the closed captioning translations to get the hold of these rumors. But this person has been correct about some stuff in the past. They've obviously had some misses as well. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you to believe all this, but it does have to do with Nintendo Switch 2. And it has to do with a few games coming from Bandai Namco, as well as a release timing. So let's get to the games first. So according to this person, they are saying that we are going to get Elden Ring. No shocker there. I think a lot of us sort of expect Elden Ring at this point. Tekken 8. Again, I think a lot of people expect Tekken 8. But here's a new one that we didn't know, and they're claiming will be available at launch, and that is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Now, again, not really my kind of game. I'm not that into Dragon Ball, but obviously a lot of people are going to be pretty excited about that potentially being a launch game for Nintendo Switch 2. Now, they don't know the exact launch date, but they have been told from a source they claim is really reliable and has been reliable with them in the past that they have heard the Nintendo Switch 2 is launching at the end of June. Now, obviously, you guys all know my launch theory on the May 15th. And look, May or June, either way, I'm pretty cool with it. Obviously, the sooner the better, so I'd rather it be May 15th. But hey, if it's the end of June, I'm cool with that as well. Again, these are just rumors, which I guess is technically more than just speculation. So I guess there you go. Those rumors are out there. I wanted to let you guys know about it. Now we get into what I think is the most exciting thing. It's something that I can show on screen because it's in English. We have this person out there, a person in the wild, who is well known for having done many, many interviews across the game industry. This person is known as Reese Riley, aka Kiwi Talks. He's a game developer interviewer. He's interviewed over 100 game devs, and he's most well known for interviews with Retro Studios / Valve and Bethesda employees, 8 million plus views on YouTube. And yes, I've checked out his YouTube channel. I've checked out his history. He legitimately has interviewed former and sometimes current employees at these companies. Not super well known, I think, because maybe he's from New Zealand, so he didn't get the same sort of, advertising that you would get, if you were a UK or a United States. It's kind of weird that the country you're from can sometimes affect that, but still, he has done a ton of interviews. And here's the thing, he said something really fascinating about Retro Studios, Switch 2, and Metroid Prime 4, baby. Yeah, that's why I'm excited. Let's go ahead and give it a look here. So in less than a month, the Switch 2 Direct, you'll see that Nintendo and Retro were keeping their cards close to their chest with Metroid Prime 4 for this exact moment. The true unveiling will blow everything else in the Direct out of the water. What does that suggest? One, the unveiling we had last June for Switch 1, that wasn't the real Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. That was maybe a light tease. Now, if you think about that reveal, we didn't actually see that much. You're going to see the trailer on repeat for a little while here. I don't think that this trailer showed a whole lot. It did show, damn, the game looks pretty damn good. It showed the return of a key character, but it didn't show a ton going on. We still don't know a lot about the game, about the world, about the puzzles we're solving, the story, if there's voice acting, none of that stuff. So there's a lot we don't really know about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, because again, we only saw this quick little tease at last summer's Nintendo Direct, the last general Nintendo Direct we've actually had. So them deciding not to show the game again until this Switch 2 Direct, I think matters. I think is important, and I think is something that we all want to see. And here's the thing. This confirms a couple of things. Well, doesn't confirm. Let me take this back. This is still a rumor, right? We don't know if this is true, even though this person seems to be extremely reliable, but we've seen Legends ZA, right? We just saw that. Maybe that's on Switch 2, maybe it's not, but we did just see it. What we haven't seen again is Metroid Prime 4 since they revealed it, and maybe it's because they were waiting for this exact moment. It will be a launch game on Nintendo Switch 2. It will, if these rumors are true, blow our minds. Like, it could look so much better. Like, I'm trying to imagine like how good it looked in the footage you're seeing now. And somehow it could look even better and even crazier on Nintendo Switch 2. And I always felt the moment that we had the teaser back in January where it showed Mario Kart and it kind of teased that there would be a mouse mode, that to me started getting me on the train, the same train that Andres Restart has been on. He's been trying to speak this into existence. Metroid Prime 4, cross-gen, launch game, Switch 2. He's been trying to speak this into existence for years, going all the way back on the Nintendo Prime podcast and on his own channel. And so I was always kind of like, nah, I don't think that's a great launch game. I don't think that's the way it should be. And it's not because I don't love Metroid. It's because, well, the series hasn't sold that well. But then they showed the mouse mode, and I'm like, oh my God, this is like purpose built for Metroid Prime 4. Literally, it is the best game to show off mouse functionality Nintendo could possibly put out, a first-person Metroid game. So now, as soon as they showed that in January, I started to be like, oh man, I'm actually becoming a believer. Metroid Prime 4 at launch, Switch 2 version. And what's really crazy is just that like they think this is going to be the most impressive game showed at the Direct. It's going to blow everything out of the water. Now, maybe they just mean from a visual perspective because Metroid Prime 4 tends to be Nintendo's leans a bit more into the realistic visuals, not entirely, but a bit more than a lot of their games do. And so it could just be like visually impressive from that point. Or maybe it's just impressive at what it's doing and the scope of the game and the gameplay. Also, Reese Riley here could just obviously have bias as well towards Metroid and just be a mega Metroid fan. So something like a 3D Mario or a Mario Kart that we already know exists may not be as exciting to him. I do think for general audiences, a new Mario Kart or a new 3D Mario might be some of the most exciting stuff shown. But if you are a Metroid fan, this could be it. This could be Metroid's moment to shine. And with the system projected to sell possibly even 5 to 6 million, maybe 8 million in the first, few weeks, let alone few months, it kind of looks like there'll be an audience at least there. Obviously, we know Metroid Prime 4 is going to be on Switch. They have already promised it's on Switch. They've already shown it on Switch. So we already know that's a thing. But just to imagine what could be done here with Metroid Prime 4, what this could mean, how the hell could it blow everything out of the water? One thing I want to throw in here towards the end is I have this concept in my head that there's going to be a massive multiplayer mode to the game, and maybe that is one of the things they're keeping really close to the vest because look, Halo actually did pretty well with its multiplayer in the last game, but there hasn't been a lot of these space multiplayer games that have gotten popular. And while I do think the base game is single player and you're still doing all the Metroid-y things out there, Metroid's already dabbled in multiplayer in the past. Prime 2, as an example, in the same series had online multiplayer. We've also had Prime Hunters as well, and we can't forget Federation Force and stuff. So they've dabbled in multiplayer many times, and I think whatever they're doing here will have a massive online multiplayer mode, and that is also going to be really exciting. And maybe that's what blows people out of the water, is how amazing this multiplayer is. So look, I don't know, guys. Obviously, we're all spitballing and guessing at what this could mean. I actually enjoy these kind of teases. Going back and looking at this, where you're talking about, hey, they've been keeping it close to the chest for this moment. A true unveiling will blow everything else in the Direct out of the water. That is the kind of teasing I like. I like where it doesn't really tell us exactly what's going to happen outside of Metroid Prime 4 being on Switch 2, but what it does do is build the hype levels to the extreme and through the clouds, baby. Oh, I'm so excited. I gotta calm down a little bit because I gotta keep my heart rate in control, but oh my God, I'm so excited for this. I'm really, really pumped. And you know what, folks? I hope you are pumped as well. If you are ever enjoyed a Metroid game, and if you haven't, it's because you haven't played it. Play it now. Go play Metroid Dread or something. Play Metroid Prime Remastered. It's on Switch right now. Oh man. So excited. All right. I haven't met anyone yet who's actually played Metroid that didn't like it. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, folks, I'm Nathaniel RoboJS from Nintendo Prime. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And oh boy, on April 2nd, Samus Aran, baby. Samus Aran could be doing some magic. Catch you guys in the next video.